Good evening and welcome inside Akins Ford Arena alongside Ryan Baxter. My name is Ryan Canning, and we've got a great matchup for you tonight between your UGA Ice Dawgs and the opposing Texas Longhorns. UGA coming off a loss to Michigan State last night. Ryan, what can we expect tonight?
So, yeah, as you mentioned before, UGA coming off that loss, a shootout loss against Michigan State. They played a great game, though. They had a lot of shots, 55 shots on goal, but 52 were saved by Klingbeil of Michigan State. I expect a lot of shots on goal once again. I expect a lot of physicality. Let's see what they can do today.
All right, starting lineup for the Dogs today is going to be Noel Watson and Moore, with Bill Martin and Truman Haugen as your defenseman. Isaac Haugen, your starting goalie. Into the net, it's going to be played there by number 23 of Texas, Wolf. Picked up there by Noel in the corner. Noel back up to the point for Bill Martin. Bill Martin fans on the puck. It's going to be picked up there by London. London out to center for Marples. Marples shoved off the puck there by Moore. Moore will play it back to Martin. Martin up for Moore. Moore hits the blue line, dumps it in on net, and it's going to be covered there by the starting goaltender for Texas, Casey Johnson. So UGA coming off a shootout loss to Michigan State, 4-3. They split their series. Both games in that series went to overtime. And we got UGA still on their 9-game point streak, so they are still looking to continue their success and show this Southeastern Division who runs the show. It's going to be carried out there and dumped in there by Drage. Haugen leaves it behind his net. It's going to find a body of Bailey. Bailey is going to hit Parente in the foot, and then it's going to be kicked off by Kaplan. Kaplan shoved into the corner by Parente. Played there by Conway. Conway up to the point for Haugen. Haugen shot way over the net. Almost hit Declan Conway in the head. Texas chips it out of the zone. It's going to be pursued there by Silberstein. Haugen will reach the puck first and will carry it out of the zone. We'll leave it up for Conway. Conway enters on the left side. Conway tries to put a move on his defender. Doesn't work. Almost finds Parente in the slot, but it's going to find the defenseman, Owen Larson, who puts a shot on net and a save by Johnson.
Game's already getting physical here. You saw the hit there by Parente. The boys are riled up. I think they're excited for the game tomorrow night, the football game. Let's see if they can keep that energy throughout.
Yeah, the student section behind Texas goaltender Johnson is large tonight. They are ready for this game. Face-offs won by Texas, played there behind the net by Robbins. It's going to be picked up there by Texas, but off the puck, and it's going to be picked up there by Sirota. Sirota for Punzenberger, whose pass gets intercepted. Sirota will end up with the puck. Will lay it up to the point for Graham Baird. Baird down to the corner. It finds a Texas body, who will chip it out, and it will be picked up there by Morris. Morris will dump it in, and Owen Larson's going to win that race. Larson's going to lose the puck behind the net, and then it will return to his stick. Larson up the boards for Kerrigan. Kerrigan finds it. He'll hit Sirota in stride across the center. Sirota splitting the defense, and it gets taken away by Lou. Lou goes far side to his defensive partner Robbins. Robbins stops, shot, blocker save Haugen. Find it behind the net, and he will elect to cover up.
Good speed so far by both teams. You look at Sirota breaking in. Unfortunately, got the puck taken away by two guys there. But the game's pretty fluid. Both teams are controlling the puck well, and when it's in the neutral zone, it's getting into one of the zones, either Georgia's or Texas, pretty quickly.
Yeah, so far, not much going for either team, but hopefully that will change. Texas wins the faceoffs. Quick shot there by Silberstein, blocked in front. Stewart shoves his man off the puck and will get there first. Up to Jake Green. Brandon Ing will take possession out of the zone, and he will hit McAvoy. McAvoy drops it for Ing. Ing to the corner, maintains control of the puck. Ing to the point for Stewart. Stewart shot, pad save, Johnson. Back for Warmath. Warmath shot, another pad save, Johnson.
Great saves there by Johnson both times.
Warmath's going to pick it up at the point and dump it back into the corner. Stewart will find it there. Quick shot. Doesn't get through and comes off the glass on the far side. Picked up there by Silverstein. He's going to spring a man and misses the puck, and it will go for a Texas icing.
Almost a breakaway there for Owen Just. That puck's got a little bit more on the tape, and he has it all the way towards Haugen.
Face off to the left of Johnson. It's face off won by Texas. Played there behind by DeBrinku. It's going to be airlifted out to center where Bill Martin will find it in his feet. Martin's looking up the wall for Watson. Doesn't find him, but it finds the stick of Truman Haugen. It's going to be played back for Haugen over to Bill Martin. Martin up the wall. It's going to find Watson. Watson surveying, shooting, shoulder save Johnson. Watson with a big hit on the boards. Texas tries to clear, and they do. Both teams going for, or Texas going for a change. Bill Martin's trying to spring Truman Haugen, but it doesn't get through. Watson will pick up the puck, take a long shot, just sails wide of the goalie Johnson. And there's going to be a penalty as Truman Haugen took a hard spill into the short side boards.
I mean, just cross-check him right into the boards. Absolutely no awareness. It's going to be called every time.
So UGA is going to go on the power play. Penalty by number 12, Adam Takis. And you're going to see this first power play unit of Kerrigan, Conway, Parente, Bailey, and Truman Haugen, who remain on the ice after that hard hit.
Georgia had a little bit of trouble converting on the power play last game. Couldn't get anything going. They had a couple chances, though. I believe they had 4 power plays in that game.
All right, face-off between Conway and London, and the Dogs will win it. Bailey Down low for Parente. Parente takes it behind the net. It's going to find Conway on the hash mark. Conway up to Haugen. Haugen over to Bailey. One-timer. Fans on it. Conway back down low for Parente. Parente is going to survey for Conway on the hash mark. Over for Haugen. One-timer over the net. Sails high. Texas plays it. Gets past the stick of Conway and will go all the way down.
That puck almost bounced back off the boards right into the crease.
Truman Haugen's going to settle it behind his brother and leave it for Declan Conway, who springs up the left side wall and will dump it in far side. Johnson picks it up, the goaltender, finds the skates of Bailey. Texas will find it behind the net, and it's going to be cleared out there by Wolf. But Haugen prevents it. It's going to be fined over to Conway. Back up for Haugen in the slot, looking for Bailey, far goal side. Down low for Kerrigan, up low for Bailey. Haugen in the slot, puts it back into the corner. Parente's going to win that race. He's going to backhand pass it to Bailey. Conway down low. Conway looking, finds Kerrigan in the slot, gets blocked, back out to Haugen up top. Conway on the wall, over for Bailey. Bailey, a shot, pad, save, and gets out of the reaches of Parente. Bailey. Kerrigan. And it's going to escape the zone.
Long shift there, minute 30 for the first power play unit. So only 10 seconds left for the second.
Truman Haugen's going to take it behind his net and fly up the ice. He's going to find a springing Nate Haley. Takes a long shot on the goaltender Johnson. Haley loses his stake, still pursuing the puck, kicks it up for McAvoy. McAvoy on his backhand along the wall. Finds the referee, who takes a spill in the corner. Brandon Ing will come out with the puck now. Seen a lot of this fourth line early today. Must have done well in practice. Shot by Miller over the net. It's going to be pinched there by Owen Larson. Nate Haley up for Larson. Shot. Blocked in front. Seen a lot of block shots here from Texas early. Texas clears, and Haugen will cover.
Georgia once again putting a lot of shots on goal, 5-1 so far. But as you said just before, a lot of block shots by Texas, and that's going to help them a lot tonight.
I'm getting a little reminiscent of this Georgia Tech game that happened earlier this year, where UGA is just dominating this offensive zone. And I'm worried about this Texas team right now.
You mentioned the Georgia Tech game. Remember what else was happening? A lot of physicality in that one.
That is very true. Second line on the ice now for UGA. Taken in there by Pierre, but we have an offsides penalty. Just an offside. It's not a penalty.
Number 10, Alex Furton, he went down hard on that play, though.
Texas behind the net. It's going to be picked up there by Ryan Miller, who's going to send it the length of the ice for icing. Face-off one there by UGA. It's going to bank it off the glass, and it's going to hit center ice. Big hit laid there by Watson. It's going to find the stick of Texas, and they're going to escape the zone. Tyler Stewart's going to pass it to his defensive partner, Dylan Warmath. Texas going to intercept that pass. That's Alex Furton. He's going to lose the puck to Tyler Stewart. Warmath ends up with the puck once again. Out to center. It's going to go off the stick of Moore and find the stick of the defenseman, Lucas Robbins. Robbins going up the wall for Furton. Furton leaves it for Pierre. Pierre enters the zone, skates around Warmath, around Stewart, tried to make a move in front for Furton, but the pass gets intercepted. Kerrigan's going to pick up the puck. He's going to lose it to Pierre. Pierre back down low. Haugen out of his net to play. It's going to leave it for Tyler Stewart. Tyler Stewart drops it for Dylan Warmath as Texas makes a change. Warmath off the wall. It's going to be behind his intended target of Punzenberger. Stewart jumps on a man who misses the hit. Played in front by Texas. Fans on the shot. It's going to go up to the point for Kaplan. Kaplan looking far corner. It's going to be picked up there by Coffin. Coffin back down low for London. London finds the puck. It's going to be played back down low. It's going to be picked up there by Sirota. Haugen tries to cover it, misses the puck, still in play. Tyler Stewart throws a stick at it, who takes a tumble. Tyler Stewart is very tired and wants to get off the ice. Sirota finds the puck. He's going to play it up to Punzenberger. Punzenberger is going to skate it wide. Cut off Sirota. Pad save made by Johnson. Rebound just off the stick of Kerrigan. Punzenberger shoves his way through a check and is kept in there by Truman Haugen. Haugen back down low. It's played up there by Texas and it's going to go out of its reach of Kerrigan, kept in there by Truman Haugen. Punzenberger in the corner working. Kerrigan finds the puck now, tries to play a backhand pass up, and it's been covered there quickly by Johnson with Sirota quietly knocking on the door.
As much as we mentioned Georgia dominating offensively, Texas had quite the shift in the offensive zone. In there for a while, had the Georgia defenders real tired.
Yeah, that third line deep pair, Tyler Stewart specifically, he just looked like he was struggling at the end of that shift. First line out here now for the Dogs with Conway, Bailey, and Parente. Bailey, quick shot off the faceoff, and it goes off a stick and into the netting.
So close.
So we've seen a lot of this Georgia team recently. Obviously, we broadcast for them. And I've been very impressed. After their early mishaps against Minnesota, North Carolina, and NC State, they have just showed every team they've played that they belong.
You look at that Minnesota team, I mean, that's a legit program. Even the ACHA team, they show sights of a guy who almost, and some might say should have, depending on the guy, made the D1 team. So there are some serious talents in a program like that.
Yeah, this Georgia Ice Dawgs team right now is ACHA D2, when I think they have the skill level to play ACHA D1. It's going to be picked up there by Parente, who tries to go far side and just escapes the crease. Shot there by Haugen. Another pad save by Johnson, who's been tested early. Bill Martin now with the puck. He's going to play it down low for Parente. He escapes his stick, but he will find it back in the corner. Plays it for Conway. Conway, a backhand pass, goes off the skates of the Texas defender. It finds Bill Martin at the top of the circle in a block shot. Bill Martin pinches. It's going to be picked up there by the Texas defenders. More tired defenders on the ice. Both teams have exchanged long defensive shifts. Parente back at center. Texas is going to force it deep, and they're going to go for a change. That was a long shift for Texas. Bill Martin's going to find the stick of Ryan Bailey, but it's still before the red line, and it's going to go for icing. So this tired first line can't get off the ice. You saw Ryan Bailey desperately try to get that icing.
This Georgia Dogs team looks like they really want to get a break. So if they get the puck, expect them to quickly get to the red line, play it into the zone, and go for a change.
The Georgia hecklers behind the Texas goalie's net are providing the fans with a nice entertainment. Truman Haugen's going to take the puck in the corner there. He's going to take it behind the net, get forced off the puck. Texas now with the puck. It's going to be played there for Silberstein. Silberstein back down low for Drage. Bailey's going to come out with the puck now and chip it to center. Picked up there by Robbins. Robbins chips it off the board, looking for Silberstein. It's going to escape his stick and the stick of Truman Haugen. Bill Martin will find it now behind the goal line. Martin gets pressured off the puck there by Owen Just, but Martin retains the puck. Martin finds Truman Haugen. Haugen's going to leave it up the boards for Bailey, who's been on this ice a long time as well. Texas is not letting Ryan Bailey get off this ice. Just. Silberstein tried to find Just in the slot, escaped his stick. Wyatt McAvoy now on the ice for the Dogs. McAvoy cutting across the center. Loose race. He's going to lose that race. It's going to find the stick of Silberstein, who's going to find the stick of Drage, and into the corner it goes. Owen Larson now finds White McAvoy, loses the puck. Texas trying to take advantage of a simple breakout mistake by the Dogs. And Isaac Haugen's going to find the puck just outside his net and cover up.
An awkward bouncer almost cost Georgia a goal. McAvoy just loses control there on the near side. Texas has a good opportunity right off of that.
And we're going to get a break for the ice crew coming out now. I don't know what's happening with this Dogs team. I don't know if they're tired or if they're just lacking. But, compared to how they were playing against Michigan State, this is not the same team.
No, there's definitely not the energy levels that you were seeing in other games. Michigan State, Georgia Tech. Something does seem a little off. But I will say the second period in that second game against Michigan State, we were crediting it that it was a back-to-back. Georgia seemed a little lethargic throughout the period, and then all of a sudden woke up. One lucky shot hits the net, and all the momentum goes their way. So I'd say one thing goes right for this Georgia squad, and you're going to see them wake up quite a bit.
I do agree. It's just a matter of how Coach Camp is going to get this team going, and you can see one of the assistant coaches is talking to these Georgia Dogs because they are not playing up to their skill level right now.
You got to give credit to Casey Johnson, though. Those pad saves, we saw in warm-ups, you mentioned it. He looks really good off the rebounds, and he has been. He's ready for almost every shot that's coming at him.
All right, 8:11 left in the period. UGA 6 shots on net to Texas's 2. Faceoff's going to be to the left of Isaac Haugen. Second line out there for UGA with Noel, Watson, and Moore. It's going to escape the zone and find the defensive stick of Texas, and Texas will dump it back into the corner. Ryan Miller will find it there, play it to Graham Baird. Graham Baird going far side area pass, doesn't find a stick, but it finds the stick of Pierre in front, looking for Texas, doesn't find it. Pierre maintains control. He's skating around the top of the circle to the slot. A shot off the stick of Moore and wide. It escapes the zone. Texas will regroup. Pierre finds it from a pass from Kaplan. Pierre looking in front. It's going to be picked up by Baird. Blocks that pass. Moore trying to go far side to Watson, but gets deflected in front. And another icing by the Dogs.
For a team that's first in their conference, Georgia's got to wake up a little bit. That possession was all Texas there. They couldn't really get it on net much, but they had the possession almost the entire time. And you're not going to win games if you don't have the puck.
Yeah, Texas is playing up to their competition right now. Don't see it from Georgia. Texas picks up the puck there. Graham Baird plays it back for Owen Larson.
Noel into the zone, shoots, glove save, Johnson. You see Georgia's real first attempt on goal there, but swooped up swiftly and cleanly. The nifty third line of Georgia heads onto the ice. Sirota, Kerrigan, and Punzenberger. They don't see as much ice time as the other players on the team, rather. But when they get on the ice, they seem to score quite often. Face-off won there by Kerrigan. Over to Sirota. Sirota shoots, glove save, Johnson. So once again, Johnson using the netting. Face-off won there by Texas, but stolen back quickly by Georgia. Texas plays against their own boards on the near side. Taken by Kerrigan, puts it in to the Texas zone. Johnson plays behind the net as Texas plays it down the left side. London now hands it over, and that puck will go out of play. So with 6:36 left to go in this first period, is zeros on both sides for both Georgia and Texas. I'm Ryan Baxter, subbing in on the play-by-play right now for you, ladies and gentlemen. And we will have a face-off at center ice. Face-off won there by Georgia. Played back to Warmath. Now played up to Sirota. Sirota tips it into the zone onto the near side where it's played by Texas. Kerrigan now plays it to the point. Shot. Deflection and saved by Johnson. One of Georgia's best chances so far. And the puck will go all the way back into the Georgia zone. So line change for Texas as both teams regroup. Warmath now playing it in his own zone. Passes it along to Kerrigan. Kerrigan now takes it into the offensive zone. Stolen by Georgia and played all the way back once again. So an icing will take place. Great playing so far there on that shift by Stewart and Warmath. Really kept it in the zone as much as they could. Face-off won there by Texas as they played around the boards. And Parente takes it back, plays it over to Bailey. Bailey behind the net, tripped up. No call there as Georgia plays it back around the boards. Parente with it to Bailey. Bailey pinned against the boards. Plays behind the net. Loose puck now taken over by Pierre. Pierre, the speedster, takes it. He's going to go coast to coast. Now in the offensive zone on the right side. Backhand goes around the boards. Texas now turning it over. Deep pass intercepted. Parente has it in the neutral zone now. Playing it over. And Georgia can't quite control it back into their own zone. Haugen now on the near side. Plays towards the middle. Played in there. Bailey going to get it. And we will have an icing. I turn my duties back over to Ryan where he'll take over.
Alrighty. Sorry about that, guys. So yes, that was a UGA Ice Dawgs icing. The first line's going to be stuck on the ice here. Texas will bring out Drage, Just, and Silberstein. Referee's going to elect to wait a second as UGA is setting up incorrectly on the faceoff. Faceoff won there by Conway. Conway back to Haugen. Haugen up the boards to Bailey. Bailey across the blue line. Skates it in far side. He loves that side. Bailey trying to put a move on his defender. Cannot. It's going to be picked up there by Texas. Tries to find Silberstein out of his reach. Finds Haugen who chips it for Parente. Can't control it. Just is going to skate it in 2-on-1 here for Texas. Just looking far side, and Silberstein puts it just wide. He had a wide open net there. Silberstein with the puck now from the slot. Shot. And into the chest of Isaac Haugen.
Let's look back here on that one-timer, Ryan. I mean, a wide open net there for Silberstein, dealt by Just. The two leading point scorers for this Texas team just fanned on it, couldn't hit the net. Lucky break there for Haugen.
Yeah, lucky break for that UGA defense, too. They got caught going up the ice. Third line out here now for Georgia. Or, excuse me, the fourth line. Ing, Haley, and Green. They're getting a lot of playing time this first period. All right, Texas is going to take over with the puck. Kaplan now skies it into the far corner. Picked up there by Larson. Jake Green now chipping it off the boards, and it's going to hit a stick in the bench, and it's going to stay in the UGA zone. Larson's got some words for Adam Takis after the play.
Who doesn't love a little extracurriculars?
And we got a tradition here where every time the Texas goalie takes some water, the UGA fans like a cheer.
Johnson blowing some kisses back to the UGA student section. You love when the crowd gets into the on-ice play.
Yeah, very big student section tonight here for a UGA Ice Dawgs team. A lot of hockey fans tonight.
Something you don't see very often in the South.
You do not. They're preparing for tomorrow's game against the Longhorns at 7:30 p.m. football on ABC. Big move there by Watson. It's going to go off a skate and into the crease of Casey Johnson. So, UGA is going to have an offensive zone face-off. Casey Johnson has faced a surplus of chances. Seems the second line has some fans. It's picked up there by Texas. Up the wall for London. London's going to chip it off the boards. It's not going to escape Evan Moore. Evan Moore picks it up. It's going to be picked up there by Maples. Marples, excuse me, out to center. Into the corner, Graham Baird gives him a little shove. Picked up there by Owen Larson. Larson up for Moore. Watson trying to spring Moore. Goes off a Texas stick. Moore's going to get there first. Find Watson in the slot off a skate. It's going to leave it for Zachary Knoll. Knoll, shot, stick saved by Watson and into the netting.
Some of the shots today for both teams have been extremely powerful. That one flew in, got tipped just up above the netting. But I just want to talk about this crowd one more time. Me and you were talking earlier, what it would be like to get a packed crowd in this arena. Just hearing that small section over there getting a little rowdy.
Yeah,
it makes the game more exciting.
They do love it behind that opposing net. Third line out here now for UGA, that feisty line of Sirota, Kerrigan, and Punzenberger. Warmath looking for Kerrigan up the ice. It's going to escape the two Texas sticks and a dog stick and go for no icing. Picked up there by Eric DeBrinku. Shoved off the puck by Punzenberger, and control is going to head over to the Dogs. Stewart goes to the far point, tries to get it deep, cannot. Picked up there by DeBrinku. DeBrinku tries to find someone at center, finds the stick of Tyler Stewart. Dylan Warmath looking for Charlie Kerrigan. It's going to escape his stick, go for no icing. DeBrinku angles off Kerrigan beautifully, as I might add. But Texas still cannot get the puck out. Stewart keeps it in. Kaplan now with the puck. Finds Silverstein, who wasn't looking for it, and goes off his skate. Now Isaac Haugen's going to play it behind the net. He'll leave it for Tyler Stewart. Stewart up the wall for McAvoy. McAvoy going cross ice for Warmath, who's going to find the puck. Tries to put a move on his defender. Sirota now back up for Warmath. Sirota now fighting two Texas defenders. He won't come out with the puck. He's going to find Tyler Stewart, though, who takes a hard shot into the corner. Sirota, angle on a man. Bailey on the ice now for the Dogs. He's going to find the stick of Pierre. Pierre off a skate. Texas getting a little lazy with the puck in front. It's going to escape the ice, and Warmath's going to come out with the puck. Warmath over to Tyler Stewart. Back to Warmath. Warmath playing catch with his D partner. Stewart up for Conway. Conway over for Bailey. Bailey surveying. Tries to make a feed to Conway. Doesn't get through. Picked up there by Pierre, who's going to hit Furton. Pierre now with the puck. Drops it for Morris. Can't find it. Morris now with the puck. Parente put on pressure and now retains possession. Parente over for Bailey, looking for Conway in front, and the tic-tac-toe play does not convert.
Good look there for Georgia, though.
Morris skating out of the ice now. Is going to play it into the corner. Truman Haugen gets bumped by his own defenseman, Bill Martin, into the corner. Texas is going to retain possession. It's on top of the net, and the refs are going to blow it dead for the net is off its pegs. So 47 seconds left in this first period, and I don't think the shots represent really how this game's gone so far. It's been a lot of back and forth action, wouldn't you say, Ryan?
Yeah, 100%. You mentioned the shots there. Georgia's looking, it seems, more quantity than quality so far in this one. They've had a couple of good chances. You had that tic-tac-toe play right there before the stoppage. But overall, if Georgia wants to tuck into the net, they need to look for more quality shots rather than just putting it on net and hoping something falls in.
That is a very good assessment. First line out here for the Dogs. Conway intercepts a pass. It's going to go back down, pursued there by Wolf. Wolf around the net. It's going to find the stick of Parente. Parente tries to get it back into the far corner, which he does. Texas now slamming across the wall. It's going to end up on the stick of Marples. Marples hit out of the air by number 6, Zach London. London skating in, angled off by Bill Martin. And then London returns the favor. Bailey now with the puck, chips it off the boards, catches a weird bounce, and Conway is going to spring. One-on-one here. Conway, toe drag, release, and he fans on the shot. Marple's now with the puck. He's getting in one-on-one on Bill Martin. He gets around Bill Martin. Tries to backhand it in front. Haugen with a stick save, and that is the end of your first period. So at the end of the first period, Dogs with the score of 0. Texas with the score of 0. And it has been a back and forth game.
Just been even. That's all you can really say about it. Nothing too flashy about either of the two teams. Just a good contest.
All right, and we expect Coach Camp to get your Ice Dogs back in shape. And if I'm the coach for the Longhorns, if I'm Coach Basile, I'm saying, hey, keep playing the way we're playing. Let's just get some more pucks on net, start shooting the puck. Maybe one will go our way. All right. For Ryan Canning, Ryan Baxter, we will see you at the start of the second period. And welcome back inside Akins Ford Arena, again alongside Ryan Baxter. My name is Ryan Canning for the start of the second period between your UGA Ice Dawgs and the opposing Texas Longhorns. After a very uneventful first period, Ryan, what can we expect here out of the second?
I'm hoping not the same. We know this Georgia team can come out flying. We've seen them with tons of energy, crashing the boards, and that's not what we've seen today. We've seen a little bit of a slower team, really just playing dump and chase and not really going with a hard forecheck. So I'm going to hope they're going to come out firing. They're going to come out with a lot of intention to score because it really didn't feel like that in that first period. Texas, let's see what they can do. They had a good first period from what we expected from them. They really kept it neck and neck with Georgia. If we see more of the same from that, this is going to be a real interesting one.
All right, and a few takeaways from that first period. Texas had a really good scoring opportunity within the latter 3 minutes of that period where it was a 2-on-1 and one of their star players, Ian Silverstein, fanned on a backhand tap-in and pushed it wide. And that was arguably the best scoring chance any team's had all night. UJ's offense has dominated a little bit, but haven't seen any real quality chances.
I mean, that was the lone quality chance we've seen so far. Haugen just didn't slide across the crease there. Had a wide open net for Silverstein, and he just didn't connect on the puck. But Justin Silverstein on a 2-on-0, I mean, for this Texas team, that's like seeing McDavid and Draisaitl right in the face of the net. So for them to miss that opportunity, that's a real brutal one for that Texas team and a real save for the Georgia squad.
Alrighty, gonna get ready for this. The puck drop of the second period. Forwards on the ice for UGA are Zachary Knoll, Evan Moore, and Spencer Watson. Your defensemen are Truman Haugen and Bill Martin. Texas, on the other hand, has Zach London, Trevor Coffin, and the man who's battling for the puck currently, Lucas Marples. Their defensemen right now are Harry Wolf and Lucas Robbins. Haugen playing with the puck now. Sends it the length of the ice for an early icing. It gets waved off, goes outside the end of the night. UJ won that race. Played there behind the net by Knoll. It's picked up there by the Texas defender. And out to center. A race for the puck. Truman Haugen will win it, and Texas will ice the puck. So again, we apologize for the camera issues in the late first period. We are only a two-man crew today. And we do not want to make excuses, as it is our job to keep the viewers entertained. Texas now with the puck behind the net. Zachary Knoll is going to take it behind Haugen and will stay there. Knoll, finding a springing Evan Moore, Shot gets blocked by the Texas captain, Lucas Robbins. We'll fling it out to center. It's going to find the hand of Owen Just. He'll play it to himself. Just along the left side. Cutting in on Haugen. Can't get a shot off as it sits in the crease for a minute. Cleared up by Conway. Another shot. Tip. Save Haugen. Owen Larson with the puck now is going to find the stick of Spencer Watson. Watson going far side for Evan Moore. Evan Moore looking for Conway's stick. Gets defended beautifully by Zhang. Behind the net now, Just in the corner. Just looking far side for someone, but gets picked off by Ryan Bailey. Dumped in there by Texas. Isaac Haugen will come out of his net. He will miss the puck. Owen Larson, the first dog there, surrounded by two tech forwards. Declan Conway comes out of the corner with the puck now, and he's going to airlift it to center. Bounces over the stick of Texas, and they're going to wave off icing. Evan Parente's first one of the puck will leave it for Ryan Bailey. Bailey transitioning in the corner, surveying. Bailey's going to skate it out of the zone and choose to regroup. Owen Larson with the puck now. Tries to airlift it into the corner. Bounces off a tech defender onto the stick of Declan Conway. Finds the skater Ryan Bailey back to Conway. Conway in front. Up to the point for Graham Baird. Over for Larson. Shot, pad, save, Johnson. Texas is going to exit the zone now. Out come the Longhorns. Skating into the zone is Pierre, the speedster. He's going to lose the puck along the wall. Ryan Bailey's going to come out with it. Declan Conway now with the puck. He's going to find Ryan Bailey on the far side. Left side pad save Johnson. Texas tries to escape the zone. They cannot. The pass defended beautifully by Derek Liu and covered up by Johnson.
Prente getting a little too close for comfort there on Johnson at the end of the play. I don't know if you saw it. He skated right into the crease. I'm surprised Texas wasn't a little more angry at that one.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of the same here to start the second period. Texas keeping their ground strong. Kerrigan's going to go into the corner, win that puck. Here comes Jordan Sirota. Fires off the post, and Charlie Kerrigan fumbles the rebound. Tyler Stewart now back to the corner. Punzenberger for Kerrigan. Kerrigan puts a spin move. Punzenberger is going to come out with the puck now. Punzenberger on the hash mark. Looking for Kerrigan. In front, he shoots, he scores! Charlie Kerrigan puts it home. And the Dogs will take a 1-0 lead.
Sirota there, starting the playoff, hitting the post. Georgia thought they lost that possession, but they regroup, pass it from the left side, right into the slot, clean up the mess in front, and Georgia takes a 1-0 lead here.
All right, and the Dogs coming out getting the first one of the period. They're going to hope to keep that going. Again, this feisty third line really sparks this team when they need it the most. Takes a weird bounce off the boards. We've seen that a lot recently here at Akins Ford Arena. Punzenberger up for Sirota. Here come the third line again. Sirota tries to put a move on his defender, but the puck gets knocked off his stick. Punzenberger now with the puck in the corner. Battling with the Tech defender, Sirota helping out. Punzenberger and Sirota still fighting for it in the corner. It's going to be played there by Harry Wolf. It's going to go off a body and back to the other corner. It's going to be airlifted out. Tyler Stewart gloves it down at the point. Sirota now with the puck. He's going to put a move on his defender. Slot shot just over the net. Ryan Miller now with the puck. He's going to find a Texas forward, and they're going to escape the zone.
A lot of good chances there for Jordan Sirota.
And Texas is going to ice the puck, and they cannot change. So this is a tired group of Texas legs who will remain on the ice. This fourth line out here for the Dogs now. We've seen a lot of them this game, more than I've seen them, I think, all year. Shot by Haugen. Pad save Johnson. Ing out to Haugen. Haugen over to Martin. Martin gets tipped at the point to the left side of the net. Played there behind the net by Takis. Martin pinches inside. Gets shoved off the puck there by Nkungu. Martin now has the puck in the corner. Martin down low for Haley. Haley battling down low. Is going to lose the puck. And Texas is going to chip it off the boards and out of the reach of Bill Martin. And it will go down the length of the ice for icing.
You see the frustration on these Texas players' faces. They want to get off the ice, especially number 20, Charlie Haggerty. You could see it on the look, like his body movements there. He was just like, let's get off the ice. A little frustration there with the icing. Let's see if Georgia can capitalize.
Yeah, this Texas team, they got hands on hips. They are struggling to get some fresh air in their lungs. Face-off one is won by Texas. Nate Haley behind the net now tries to play it in front. Gets out of the reach of the goaltender Johnson, who tried to cover up. Haley in front puts a move on the puck. Can't find it. And it's going to go for no icing. The Longhorns will be able to get a change. Isaac Haugen's going to spring Jake Green, though. He'll lose the puck. And it's going to be dumped in there by Trevor Coffin. Haugen leaves it for Bill Martin, who is being aggressively pursued. Martin takes a big hit. Jake Green's going to airlift it over the stick of Evan Moore. And it's going to be dumped back into the zone. Martin behind Haugen. Pressured there by London. Moore up for Haugen. Haugen leaves it for Moore. Haugen behind the net for Knoll. Knoll shot wide. Moore behind the net. Moore, back to Moore. Moore at the point, looking down low. Nice move by Spencer Watson, looking for Zachary Knoll, drifting to the far post. Can't find him. Zachary Knoll does retain possession, and it will go to the far corner for Evan Moore. Evan Moore takes a one-timer and goes way over the net and played back down low by Owen Larson. Again, Owen Larson now playing in his third game of the season, spent most of the time out with an injury. As he fires that puck over the net. Up for Haugen. Haugen back over for Owen Larson. Larson to Haugen in his feet. And Texas tries to get it out, but they cannot. UGA will regroup, and back in comes Owen Larson. Larson in the corner. Far side shot doesn't get through. Evan Moore puts a nice move on his defender. Nice move by Watson. This second line dominating their shift currently. Texas defenseman can't get the puck. Watson, nice pass to Moore. Gets blocked in front. Texas defender is down. Shot by Watson gets blocked in front by the same Texas defender that's struggling to get up. And it's going to be kept in by the Georgia Forwards. Georgia with relentless pursuit right now. A big hit laid by Spencer Watson. And Texas is going to escape the zone by the likes of Trevor Coffin.
Zach London's down on the bench, and he's in some real pain. We'll hope he's okay, see if he can get back in this one.
Yeah, he took a knee where the shin pad probably stopped coming up. Evan Parente now with the puck, plays it into the corner for Declan Conway. Conway up for Bailey. Bailey trying to go short side off the outside of the net. Up for Warmath. Warmath, a shot. Pad save Johnson. Bailey, backhanded, blind backhand out to the point for Warmath, but it was way out of his reach. Warmath for Conway, off Conway's backhand. It's going to be chipped along the wall. Parente now with the puck, and it's dumping it back into the zone. Seen a lot more offensive zone time here now. Parente trying to go short side again off the outside of the post. Played back down low by Silberstein. It's going to be played there by DeBrinku. DeBrinku behind his own net, skating wide. Tried to chip it off the boards, and it does not get out. Evan Parente keeps it in. Played out by DeBrinku once again. Goes off the boards, and he does. And we have a one-on-one here with Charlie Drage and Dylan Warmath. Drage, toe drag release, just over the net. Dumped in from center ice by Texas. Isaac Haugen will choose to play it. Warmath now behind his own net. Skating it out. He's going to chip it off the boards for Parente. Parente almost gets blown up. Just looking cross ice for the Texas forward, Pierre. And the puck's into the stands and out of play.
I don't know if you've noticed it, Ryan, but I said this earlier. Georgia gets one shot in the net, and they're going to wake up a little bit, and that's what I feel like's happening so far. This Georgia team, a little bit more energy, a little bit more going on. The physicality, as you saw earlier in there. I think this team's ready to play now.
Yeah, you said it, Ryan. Third line out here now for the Dogs. They scored that fourth goal. Charlie Garrigan now with the puck. Over for Punzenberger. Punzenberger, toe drag. Over for Sirota. Sirota loses the puck. Punzenberger fans on the shot in front, and out come the Longhorns. Carried out by Furton. Furton around his defender Warmath into the corner. Furton pursued there by Kerrigan, still maintaining possession of the puck. Finds his point man in Robbins. Robbins gets blocked by Punzenberger, and out of the reach of Ryan Miller in the corner. Ryan Miller leaves it up the wall for Punzenberger, but he is shoved off the puck as it hits the defenseman Lucas Robbins. Furton with the puck, looking for an open lane, tries to cut to the net. Haugen stops that attempt. Pierre now with the puck, the speedster. Punzenberger steals it from him and leaves it for Sirota. Sirota and Kerrigan coming out now. Sirota, nice in between the legs move to the outside. Threw it to the middle of the slot, hoping someone was home, and no one was there. Bill Martin now defending on Pierre. Pierre shot, save Haugen.
A more great play there by Georgia. They're just firing on all cylinders there. If Sirota could have connected there in the middle, that would have been another great play for them.
Fourth line back on the ice for the Dogs. We have seen them time and time again tonight. Ing now with the puck. Ing springing Jake Green. Green 2-on-1 with McAvoy. Green shot wide. Haugen keeps it in the zone. Chips it down low, out of the reach of Jake Green, and it's going to be airlifted, but not over the head of Truman Haugen, who stands at a whopping 6'4". Texas now, Owen Just. Up the wall for Silverstein. Silverstein looking cross ice for Just. He finds the stick. Just trying to escape the likes of Bill Martin. He cannot. Bill Martin now with the puck. Up the boards for McAvoy. McAvoy skating now. Jake Green puts a stop on the puck and will dump it in far corner. Played there by Kaplan. Kaplan up the wall over the stick of Truman Haugen, who will regroup. Haugen is going to slow things down and go ahead and behind his brother, Isaac. Haugen up for McAvoy. McAvoy dumps it again in far side corner. Jake Green, first one there. McAvoy now with it. Tries to play it in front. He does. Escapes the stick of Jake Green. Zachary Nolm not far behind. Picked up there by Marples. Marples up but not out. Zachary Noel, quick shot blocked in front by another Texas defender, Landon Zhang. And Zhang looks like he's laboring a little bit. Baird. Area pass for Larson. Larson back to Baird. Baird skating. Hits the red line and dumps it in. Zhang with the puck. Plays it back for Marples. Marples puts it back for Kaplan. Kaplan up the wall for Coffin. Coffin finds a stick of London, and London's going to toss it in on net. Isaac Haugen had a tough time with that one. Marples. And Zachary Knoll will escape. Spencer Watson now. Zachary Knoll. Down low for Moore. Moore trying to find Watson, cannot. Kept in by Knoll. Knoll looking for Watson, or Moore looking for Watson once again. Cannot find him. Texas is going to escape. Out comes Marples. Marples around Baird, looking in front. Almost off the skate of Brandon Kungle and in. Knoll plays it behind for Larson, who's looking like he wants to get off the ice. Graham Baird will skate it out of the zone. Looking for an area pass. No one's home. It's going to be played there by Derek Liu. Liu up the wall for Furton. Furton battling there with Baird, who keeps the puck and escapes him. Trying to go an area pass over the head of Evan Moore, who will not get there. Big hit by Spencer Watson on Alex Furton. Tyler Stewart now with the puck. Stewart gets ridden off the wall, into the wall. Puck lands in between Watson's feet and straight onto his stick, and he will dump it in as the Dogs go for a change.
I mean, it seems like it's all Georgia possession so far. This Texas team can't seem to find the puck until just now. I guess I jinxed it.
2-on-1. Here comes Pierre. Pierre. Shot. Glove save. Haugen.
And these Truman triplets, or these Haugen triplets rather, Truman, Isaac, and Estelle. She's a volleyball player for UGA. Just incredible athletes. Nice flash of the glove there by Isaac. And Truman's just an outstanding defender for this team.
Alrighty. Again, did you know that this broadcast is entirely student run?
I did not.
Yes, we provide our own equipment, our own live stream, and we make this broadcast happen with our own time. We're always looking for sponsors to help us provide and improve our streaming service. So if you have any insight or any questions or would like to sponsor us, please contact rengrimsley33@gmail.com. That is rengrimsley33@gmail.com. Thank you very much. So it seems like this game is flying by, Ryan.
Yeah, it's a quick game.
I am just a loss for words.
It's a Friday night in Athens. If this game could go quickly and smoothly, and the Dogs win what we're seeing right now, I got no complaints.
Yeah, a lot of people in the stands too. They're getting hyped. They're getting ready for this Bulldogs Longhorns game tomorrow night over at Sanford Stadium. We're looking forward to it. We will be there.
I mean, I could not be more excited for this game. This is the game I've been looking forward to since the schedule got released. And the Bama game was cool, but it ended in a loss. Let's try that one again and hopefully come out with a W.
Let's run the night game back. Maybe the football team will take a page out of the Ice Dawgs and wear their black unis.
You know, I have my Rodrigo Blankenship black uniform for the Bulldogs. If they could rock that one more time, I'd love it.
That would be great. Shot from Bailey goes behind the net and out. Out comes Drage. Drage finds the stick of Silberstein, tries to put some move on Warmath. Does. Haugen, quick save. It's going to be cleared there by Stewart and out of the zone. It will not go for icing as Evan Parente will win that race. Goalie comes out to play it. Escapes the stick of Ryan Bailey. And Texas will clear out to center. Warmath back now. Circles behind Isaac Haugen. And we'll put a backhand pass on the stick of Tyler Stewart. Stewart now pressured off the puck by Owen Just, who puts it up to the point for Robbins. Robbins shot high and wide. Parente now out with the puck. As he crosses the blue line, Parente looking, passing over to Conway, who can't control the pass, and escapes. Owen Just now with the puck at his own blue line, intercepted by Ryan Bailey, who plays it back to Bill Martin. Bill Martin up for Evan Parente. Parente looking for the stick of Bailey, gets caught in the feet of the Texas defender, Wolf. Conway now with the puck on the left side of the ice and into the corner. Passes it directly onto the stick of the Texas swinger, Owen Just. Truman Haugen now over to Charlie Kerrigan. Kerrigan tried to play it for Punzenberger, but Owen Just is right there and in the way. Isaac Haugen now will leave it behind the net for his brother Truman. Haugen escapes 2 hits and will fly up the ice across center. Leaves it for Sirota. Sirota crosses. Shot off a stick and high. Played there by Takis. Takis shoved off the puck by Kerrigan, who gets surrounded by Kaplan. And out to Brandon Kungel. Kungel played it for Landon Zhang and can't retain possession. Bill Martin out with the puck. Martin over for Kerrigan. Kerrigan across the ice for Punzenberger. Punzenberger across for Martin. Martin fans on his shot. And will send it to the corner. Punzenberger up for Haugen. Haugen back for Punzenberger. Punzenberger down low for Kerrigan. Kerrigan back down low, hoping someone was home, and no one is. Sirota will put pressure on that puck, and he will get it. Finds the Texas swinger, and it's going to escape the grasp of Truman Haugen.
I mean, great puck movement overall for Georgia during that possession. This third line's going to stay on the ice.
Kerrigan now in the slot. Won't find it. Dante Pierre now exits the zone. Dante Pierre with speed down the ice. Puts a move on Owen Larson. Driving hard to the net. Pad save Haugen, and it is under.
So Georgia had elected not to do a line change there. It almost came back to bite them. The team was slow to get back in the zone. Presented a great opportunity for Texas. But Isaac Haugen's always going to be Isaac Haugen and just make a great save like that.
We've seen Pierre put that puck protect move on the defenders twice tonight. He's bound to get one home soon. Graham Baird gets tripped in front by Alex Morris, no call. Strong battle at the point there. It's going to be one. Pierre now behind the net of Haugen. Pierre puck protecting around Graham Baird, and Brandon Ing's going to clear that out of the front of the net. Up for Nate Haley. Out comes Haley. Haley around his defender and into the Texas zone. Haley's the first one there. Lays it in front. Out to Graham Baird. Graham Baird shot. Rebound. And it's going to be cleared out by the defenseman Robbins. Out to the side of the net now. Refs don't know where it is. Texas does, though, and they will exit the zone. Over for London. London. Cross ice for Pierre. Pierre now, long shift for him. Down low for, I believe that's Coffin. Coffin gets ridden off by Graham Baird. Owen Larson's now the first one there, along with Furton. Furton. Up for Haley. Haley now is going to chip it out, and the Dogs are going to go for a change. UGA defenseman can't get off the ice, though, as Texas looking for a quick up. Graham Baird now is going to play it behind the net of Haugen. And out to center. Back down low. Spencer Watson now with the puck. Intercepted there by Trevor Coffin. Coffin shot high and wide. Back down low. Noel puts a move on his man. Loses the puck, though, out to the point for Texas. It's going to find the stick there of Marples. Marples loses the puck to Zachary Noel, and here comes Zachary Noel. Zachary Noel on his man. It's a hard save by Johnson as Noel looked like he got a stick got up on his shoulder. The UGA bench was looking for a call. We got some scrum going on in the corner.
Some extracurriculars here, Ryan. But yeah, great opportunity there for Noel. Just got held back a little bit when he was getting towards the net. Couldn't really get a shot off. But these two teams are getting a little rowdy now. They're feeling the energy. The crowd's getting into it. We see the fans standing up right in front of us here. I feel like this game's going to get a little more intense as we go on.
Yeah, I feel like Texas is getting a little frustrated now. Their opportunities this period have been minimal. 2:01 left in the first period, or excuse me, not the first period, the second period. First line in for UGA, Conway, Parente, Bailey. Faceoff is won there by Texas. Silverstein now out to center. And dumped back in there by Stewart, and it's going to go off the glass and hit the netting. So the puck will come out to center off a weird bounce off the glass.
Go back to center ice now with 1:49 left in the second period.
Face-off won by Texas, but Ryan Bailey's the first one there. Bailey into the Texas Longhorn zone. Ridden off the puck. Parente comes out with it now. Tried to feed Stewart at the point, gets blocked. Parente, though, shoves it on net. It's going to be saved by Johnson.
Georgia seems to be in a little bit of a flow state right now. You know, just going through the motions, getting the puck around the zone, not really putting anything strong on net. If they want to secure a stronger lead more than just basically a 0-0 game, this is anybody's game right now. They need to put a little more energy and put some more pucks on net.
Yeah, I completely agree, Ryan. Ryan Miller with a hard shot in front. It goes off a few bodies. Stewart with a hard slapper
There it is.
wide. Ryan Bailey now setting up, going cross eyes for Miller. Gets there. Wister goes off a body. Silverstein kicks it to his stick and is going to look for a breakout pass. Goes off the skate of Perry Wolf and back into the Texas zone. Silverstein now behind his own net. He's going to leave it for Robbins. Robbins now gets pressured hard by Conway. He's going to turn it over to Parente, but him and Kerrigan got confused, and now it comes Texas. Pierre now with the puck. Shot high. Just now there. Leaves it for Pierre. Pierre. Back down low. Played there by Tyler Stewart. Stewart now from behind his own net. Finds Kerrigan's stick. Out come the Dogs. Kerrigan. Sirota at the point. And we'll turn it over to Pierre. And Longhorns will get it out. And on net, so no icing. Isaac Haugen will choose to play it. Here comes Sirota. Sirota. Down low for Miller. Miller up the wall for Kerrigan. Kerrigan trying to spring McAvoy, and he does, but too far in front. Behind the goal line, McAvoy. Kerrigan short side, blocked in front. Puck to the far corner. Sirota's the first one there. Sirota shot, gets caught in Kerrigan's skates. Kerrigan tried to shove it in on net, and that is the end of the second period.
Georgia gets that 1-0 lead now, heading into the third. Nothing to be comfortable with. This is not a safe lead whatsoever. This Texas team at any moment can come flying back, tie this game up, send it to overtime, or even win it. Georgia's really got to dial in, dig deep, go to a place they don't want to be, and just power through this third period. Get one more goal in, maybe two, cross this game off, and call it a night. Get ready for tomorrow night.
Yeah, I completely agree, Ryan. This team has been on this Texas team has been playing very well. They've lived up to this Georgia Ice Dawgs standard tonight. And
they've definitely exceeded expectations.
So we expect a hard third period coming out of the Dogs here tonight. Again, at the end of the second period, the UGA Ice Dawgs lead by a score of 1-0 over the Texas Longhorns. They are out shooting the Longhorns 20-14. Again, we will see you at the start of the third period. And welcome back inside Akins Ford Arena alongside Ryan Baxter. Again, my name is Ryan Canning, bringing you the third period between your UGA Ice Dawgs and the opposing Texas Longhorns. UGA leads this game by a score of 1-0. Ryan, what can we expect here in this third and final period?
I'm predicting that Texas is going to come out firing on all cylinders here. I'm sure in the locker room, Coach Vasily, he had some choice words saying, you boys are still in this. This would be a great game to win. I mean, you're playing a team first in their conference. The fact that they've had a one-goal game, and they've had opportunities to score. If they can slip one in this net, it's an incredible opportunity for their program to have a huge win. So I'm sure they're going to come out with some real energy. Georgia, on the other hand, we haven't seen much energy so far from them. I'm hoping that they're going to come out swinging, but you can't expect something if you haven't seen it. So Georgia, we're going to hope they're going to wake up a little bit, come out, play some good puck. And Texas, we expect more of the same, a little bit more energy maybe if they really want this win.
Yeah, UGA's been a little sluggish today, and Texas has matched that. So here for this third and final period, we are going to hope that as the UGA broadcasters, we want to see the Dogs get an early goal for that insurance lead. Texas, on the other hand, they want to score quick. They want to score fast and make this game hard for the Ice Dawgs.
Texas also had two guys go down in that last period. We had London and we had Drage, both with block shots. Drage took one to the skates. London took one more to the shins. They're seeming to be back in this third period, but you're definitely feeling your bumps and bruises at this point in the game, and it's going to come to be a big factor in the end of this. Who can stay healthy? Who can, drive through this last 20 minutes? They've already played 40 minutes today, so this is where you got to dig deep, go low, and just find the energy that you've left in this so far.
Yeah, most definitely. You said it there, Ryan. Both Dogs and the Longhorns are going to have a day break before they head back at it again on Sunday. So they're going to dig deep, get their last and final legs, and find their legs in this third period and leave it all out here on the ice tonight. So while we wait for play to start, the referees are having some scorekeeper issues. We're going to look ahead to Georgia's next few opponents. We play Texas on Sunday at 1 p.m. And then we will travel, well, the broadcast not specifically, UGA will travel to Charlotte, and they will play their outdoor game versus Virginia Tech at Truist Park. That game will be broadcasted on ESPN Plus for those of you that have it. And if you do not, get your tickets. They're online. Go to that game in Charlotte if you can, because it will be an atmosphere you do not want to miss.
Initially, I thought it was going to be at Truist Park in Atlanta. I got really excited. I was like, I'm going to go see the boys. I'm going to watch them play where the Braves are. Then I found out it's in Charlotte, a little bit further away. But you'll see me tuning in on ESPN Plus, I'll tell you that.
As will I. Perhaps we're talking it over with Texas's coach about something. We cannot figure that out. This is exactly what an in-betweens the glass man would be good for.
Yes. I mean, we don't quite know what's going on here with the referees. There wasn't a penalty to end the period. So I'm not quite sure what the discussion could be about.
They've discussed with the scorekeeper. They're now discussing with the Texas bench. I'm intrigued to see if they go over to the Ice Dawgs bench next.
Local time is 8:55 p.m. So for you folks watching in the Lone Star State, it is 7:55. A lot more time going on in your night.
And we are glad that you are spending it here with us.
Times like these as a player, looking back, in my glory days of playing when I was 12, stoppages before a period starts, you're just waiting like, when can I get out there? When's this going to start? And sometimes the energy that you built up coming out of that locker room kind of fades away. So I wouldn't be surprised if this starts a little bit slower than we expected, just because these guys aren't going to be as fired up as they were initially coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, I would agree. Something with this Texas bench, they are talking with the linesmen and the refs very deliberately, as we do not know what this all is about.
It looks like we're going to start now, but
all right,
I'm really not sure what that was.
I couldn't tell you. UGA sending out their second line in Knoll, Moore, and Watson with Truman Haugen and Bill Martin on defense. Dogs win the faceoff up to Spencer Watson, who's going to play it in D. Played there by the captain, Lucas Robbins. Short side shot by Moore, and it's a save by Johnson.
The Georgia Bulldogs almost snuck in a quick goal right there. Good save there by Johnson, lowering the arms, covering the inside armpit rather. But, you know, he shot short side and it was open until that very last second. So good play there by Georgia.
Texas wins that faceoff. They get control of the puck off the faceoff. Zachary Knoll takes it right away from him, though. Plays it back down low for Spencer Watson. Spencer Watson now with the puck. It's shoved it off by Silverstein, who will play it out to center. Pass broken up there by Knoll and picked up sequentially by Bill Martin. Bill Martin lifts it out to center, and it's going to end up on the stick of Kaplan. Kaplan out to center for Martin. Haugen now skating in on the far side, who's using all of his 6'4" frame to keep Silverstein from getting the puck. He eventually loses it, and Silverstein will leave it off to Kaplan. Kaplan airlifts it to center, back to Bill Martin, and Zachary Knoll will pick it off. Knoll will drop it for Moore. Moore, a shot. Bad save, Johnson.
Great play there by Knoll. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him sneaking up to the first line sometime soon. He's been a real contributing factor for the Ice Dawgs throughout this season.
I just don't know if Coach Camp will take that risk and break up this strong line of Parente, Bailey, and Moore.
That's the question to be asked. The chemistry's there.
Conway. First line now out here, just talking about them. Conway, Bailey, Parente. Loses the faceoff, but pursued quickly is Texas. The Longhorns lift it out to center. It's going to be picked up there by Coffin. Coffin down the right side. Bailey looking for a quick steal, trying to stick lift him off the puck. He will get it, but it'll fall into the stick of London. Bailey now in the corner is going to leave it for an open man, which he thought there was. It was just the Texas defender. Conway now skates it out. Here come the Dogs. Conway puts a move on his defender, but cannot get around the puck. Texas playing very sound positionally. Defensively. They have not bitten on any of those Dogs' moves. Ryan Miller is going to look for a far side shot to Ryan Bailey, who will get a stick on it. No icing. He's going to take a weird bounce off the boards. Johnson chose to play it. Parente was the first one there, and Johnson will make a quick save.
I'm not so sure if Johnson meant to play that one. It took a weird bounce off the boards right to him. He kind of hesitated. Do I play it? Do I keep it? By the time he went to make a choice, the puck was already back in play right in front of him. So good reaction time there for Johnson, but also a little bit of clumsiness with the hesitation.
Yeah, I completely agree. We do love these Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekends between hockey and football. It gives a good atmosphere in the city. Icing there by the Longhorns.
And if you don't want to spend your time doing sports 24/7, I mean, Friday hockey, Saturday football, Sunday football, and hockey. I mean, does it get better than this?
I don't think it does. I do not think that it does. Third line out here now for the Dogs. Sirota, Punzenberger, and Jake Green.
Switching up the lines a little bit.
We've got a hand pass on the Dogs. It will come out of the zone. Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of line combinations now from Coach Camp, elevating Jake Green to this third line. He's taken Charlie Kerrigan,
the lone scorer in this game.
Yeah, unless Charlie Kerrigan is still on the bench, he has put Jake Green on this line. I believe I did see Charlie Kerrigan leave and go back to the locker room before the start of this third period. So we will keep you updated. Blocker saved there by Haugen, and the Dogs will exit their zone. Jake Green now up with the puck off the glass. Will stay in the neutral zone. Far side, Sirota will pick it up there and will choose to regroup it back to the defenseman. Sirota now carrying it back in. Will lose it to the defender, but Sirota's forecheck gets there quickly. Pressured off the puck. He'll take a spill into the Texas goaltender, and the goaltender, Casey Johnson, is hurt. His head hit the back of the ice hard, and he is grabbing his head.
Yeah, Sirota just comes in with the puck there. Little too fast. You know, he gets the legs taken from under him. And just, completely unintentional. Didn't mean any harm, but slides right into Johnson. You know, we hope he's okay. Let's see if we see Reinhardt enter this game, because that was quite the crash onto the ice.
That was
with Johnson's head. He seems like he's shaking it off.
That was a rough angle there. You can't do much if you're the goalie there. You can't do much there if you're Sirota either. When the Texas defender tries to steal the puck from you, he angles you off in your own goalie. There's just not much you can do. Johnson will stay in the game, though. He looks like he's all right. We'll keep you updated on him, as well as Charlie Kerrigan.
I don't think I see Kerrigan on the bench from here. Then again, we're in the 200s. We're a little far away. But if he's not on the bench, he's in the locker room. We're hoping everything's all right. He's a great addition to this Ice Dawgs team.
Yeah, he provides that spark on that third line with Sirota and Punzenberger. We do not want to lose him. Oh, and the goalie trips Wyatt McAvoy into the boards. He took a hard fall, and he is in some pain as well.
Little retaliation there by Johnson, saying, you're going to run into me, I'm going to make sure something runs into you. And that will be the plastic of the boards.
And it will be called. We have a too many men penalty, I believe. That was the ref's signal. On the Longhorns.
Now, is it a power play or is it a 5-on-3 if that's the case?
Brandon Kungle will head to the box.
That was a pretty blatant trip, in my opinion.
I believe it was. I saw the ref give the too many men signal. No tripping signal, so Brandon Kungle will serve that penalty for the Longhorns. Dogs will go to the power play now with their second line, Noel, Sirota, and Watson, with with Martin and Evan Moore. Martin over to Sirota. Sirota dot off the post. Went straight back to his stick, though. Owen just tried to clear Bill Martin. Strong hands, keeps it in the zone. Martin at the point. Over to Moore. Moore down low. Circles back up top. Over for Martin. Martin surveying. Down to Sirota. Sirota. Over to Noel. Noel across for Moore. Moore for Martin. Sirota now puts a move on his defender. Shot. Fanned on it. Noel's the first one there. He'll keep possession. Finds Sirota. Sirota over for Watson. Watson to Noel. Noel over to Moore. Moore plays it back for Martin. Martin shot. Blocked by his own man, Zach Noel. Sirota for Moore. Moore down low for Watson. Watson surveying to the right dot. Shot. Another block shot by Texas. They can't get it out, though. Yes, they can. It's a great play by Owen Just.
I had the pleasure of speaking to Jordan Sirota before this game. So he gets the puck right now. His parents and sister are in the crowd tonight. And he really wants to show out for them. So he's trying to get a good goal.
Puck cleared now by Lucas Marples after Bill Martin couldn't handle it. First line now coming out for the Ice Dawgs. And here comes Truman Haugen up the left board. So he'll lose possession for the moment as Sirota will swipe that deep as he heads off for a change. We're seeing a new addition to this power play as Punzenberger's filling in for Charlie Kerrigan on this first line power play. Off a stick, and Truman Haugen will regroup into his own zone.
Good adjustment so far by Coach Camp. With the loss of Kerrigan, switching up the lines quickly, and they seem to be doing pretty well.
Ryan Bailey now through center, puts a move on his defender behind the net, shielding the captain, Lucas Robins, who's going to take Ryan Bailey to the ice. No call. Out from Texas, who can't get it out, into the stands for a lucky fan.
We have Bailey here on the near side, struggling to get up and struggling to get off the ice. Let's see if he gets help from a teammate. hopefully nothing too serious, just a stinger.
Yeah, this game hasn't really been that physical, but there have been some just hard, unfortunate plays.
I mean, obviously the Sirota into Johnson, some retaliation at McAvoy, something you don't want to really see in a game, but there's a couple physical moments, but overall, no, just a clean slate.
Yeah, we've only seen one penalty, and it's been a too many men penalty. Or the other one was a trip, I believe, back in the first. Texas wins their face-off, played there by Zhang. Zhang gets wrangled off by Haley. Puck will retain with the Longhorns. Out to center, so they get it deep. This first line for Texas, Pierre, London, and Silberstein have been all over the Dogs tonight. Shot from the point by Wolf is hugged and held by Haugen.
Everything in this game seems pretty even. I was just taking a look at the shots, 22-17. It's just that one puck that snuck by from our buddy Kerrigan that is keeping the Bulldogs ahead in this.
So again, we still haven't seen Charlie Garrigan. We got 13 minutes left in this period. Ryan Miller behind the net now. Is played by Wolf. Wolf pressured by Haley, who will steal the puck. Will find the stick of McAvoy. McAvoy was looking for Miller, and it'll escape the zone. He's hard pressed by Texas. Here come the Longhorns. They will not steal the puck away from Ryan Miller that easily. Ryan Miller chasing now. It's hit hard by Aiden Morris.
This Texas team starting to turn it up a little bit with the physicality, hoping that'll maybe make a switch.
Yeah, they need a quick one here, as the Dogs will ice it, so they will not be able to get a change. And you see the Dogs hands on hips. They are tired. Face off to the left of Isaac Haugen, won by the Dogs. Warmath played it up the boards, but not out. Watson there to support, and he will get it out. Zach Knoll now steals the puck. Played there by Haggerty. Haggerty gets hit hard by Watson. Knoll cutting in on the right. Stop shot. Off the inside of the crossbar. Shot by Warmath. Glove save. Johnson. Knoll back down low to himself. Knoll looking for Warmath. Shot blocked in front. Watson, or Moore with it now. Pad save. Watson shoots. He scores! Watson on the second attempt rebound puts it in, and the Dogs will take a 2-0 lead.
That play all started with Zachary Knoll shooting a great shot in the upper left or right corner rather, short side, hitting the crossbar, gets played back around, shooting it inside, shot for rebound, and Watson with the finish there. Overall, great play by the Ice Dawgs, top tier hockey.
That's the second rebound goal of the night for the Dogs. Kerrigan got the first one, and now Spencer Watson is on the board with number 2. Faceoffs won by Texas, and into the zone they go. Isaac Haugen will choose to play it along for Spencer Watson, who's still on the ice. Watson airlifts it out to center, played there by the defenseman Robbins. Here comes Evan Moore. Evan Moore down in the inside will lose the puck. It's played there by Drage. Drage up the wall for Just. Just tries to put a move on McAvoy. He does. He hits the ref in the knee. That's a painful one to take.
All credit to Stripes there for continuing on with that one. That's got to sting.
That it does. That it does. Texas now 2-on-1 in front. Over the stick. UGA got caught lacking. Sirota now with speed. He's going to cut in from behind. He's going to survey around. He's going to look for he's going to cut to the slot. Shot! And into the chest of Johnson.
I'm sure if in Johnson's mind right now, he's like, if there's one guy I don't want to score, it's Jordan Sirota. After crashing in with the collision, he's definitely a little mad at him.
Yeah, let's remind everyone, Jordan Sirota is only a freshman here. Comes from
Roslyn, New York.
Roslyn, New York.
Just one town over from my hometown.
And he will be a star on this team for the next 4 years.
You know, he grew up in a program has shown some legends. Adam Fox, Charlie McAvoy. You know, when you're playing on that goals team, you're growing up to play some good hockey, and that's what he's been showing here in Georgia since he's arrived.
Yeah, he might move up to that second or first line next year. UGA loses a lot of their seniors after this year. They'll lose Parente, they'll lose Bailey, they will lose Ryan Miller, or Bill Martin, excuse me. They will lose Truman Haugen, they will lose Isaac Haugen.
That's going to be the focal loss of that team. I mean, obviously you're losing your captain in Parente, but Eisenhaugen, the guy who plays pretty much every game for this Bulldog squad, the loss of him is going to be brutal.
They will also lose Dylan Punzenberger, a key part of that energetic third line. So your team will be led by Evan Moore, who is a junior next year. And, yeah.
I'd throw Zach Knoll's name in the mix there. He'll be a
Knoll,
junior at that point, and he's just been outstanding this year.
Spencer Watson will move up to the first line as well next year. He will be a senior. They're going to need some of these fourth liners to show their worth. And here they come. Jordan Sirota down the wall. Shot. Wide. Up for Martin. Martin for Punzenberger. Puck's taken off his stick. And out come the Longhorns. That's Alex Furton going far side. He finds his man. Here come the Longhorns. And Truman Haugen's going to get called for a trip or a hook from behind. Truman Haugen's trying to lay some heavy hits without the puck. The Dogs will go to the penalty kill. Truman Haugen being called for a holding penalty.
I mean, it was a breakaway situation. Haugen just reaches around, tries to play with his stick. It's a little too much arm on the body, and that's what's going to happen. They're going to call that every time.
So back to our roster for next year. We will also lose defenseman Tyler Stewart. So you're losing 3 starting defensemen, your starting goaltender, and about 6 forwards.
Yeah, it's not going to look good initially. The chemistry will definitely be a little off, but we'll see who Coach Camp can bring into the program for next year and see if they can build this roster up. Also, maybe some D3 guys get a chance to show themselves.
Get their
I know
chance.
they've been itching at a shot to make this D2 roster.
Apologize if I just caused any disturbance in your house. I hit the mic with my knuckle. Dogs, quick stick. They'll get it out of the zone. Casey Johnson choosing to play it with the pursuit of Declan Conway. And he will have to hustle back in the net as Evan Parente had a golden scoring opportunity. Here comes Conway on his backhand. Stick to puck. Well done by the Texans.
Parente gets a hold of that one, and that's an easy goal for him.
Exactly. Out come the Longhorns. That is Charlie Drage. Drage to the point for Just across the ice for Robbins. Robbins down low for his man Drage. Up for Robbins. Drage back to Robbins. Robbins a shot. Sticked by Conway. Just now there. Take a quick slapper from a hard angle. It's going to hit the pad of Haugen. And we've got a signal from the ref for a high stick. Played on the puck. The puck will come all the way out as the refs are just staring at the puck, hoping the goalie gets it.
One of the more slow shot games for this Georgia Ice Dawgs team. You know, you look back at that Michigan State game that I was at, they had 55 shots by the time they got to overtime. But still, they had a 20-shot period in the third, and we have 24 here so far in this game. They're taking advantage and taking high-quality shots now.
Out come the Longhorns. That's Pierre. He's had a good night. On net, save Haugen. So yeah, this Ice Dawgs team is going to have to do some soul searching next season. But they have time to think about that later. As the seniors of this club are going to try to lead the Dogs to a #1 in their division and a tournament win once they go to Ohio.
One guy you don't see very often on the ice who will definitely get some more playing time as the season goes on, and especially next year, Patty Henry. He'll be a stud out of Long Beach. You know, he was really good in the high school level. We'll see how he evolves in this college program.
So these seniors led by Declan Conway, Ryan Bailey, and Parente, they're going to keep this team going throughout the season. They are the leaders for this team, and they are going to pursue a championship in their last go at it. There's a high blocker save there you just saw from Johnson. And into the netting. We have a stoppage. So 8:41 left in this third period. Dogs up 2-0. 30 seconds left on their penalty kill. Zachary Knoll loses the faceoff, but he's the first one to the puck. Finds the puck. Spencer Watson fans on his shot. But the Dogs keep it in the zone. Played there by Wolf. Wolf back across for Pierre. Pierre comes the speedster up the left side of the ice. Pierre cutting across. Great stick from Tyler Stewart. And here comes Spencer Watson. Shoves off a man, but 2-on-1 beats 1-on-1 as he'll lose the puck to number 9, Lucas Marples. Marples 1-on-1 with Truman Haugen. Marples forced wide by Haugen. He shoves it on net. Save made by Haugen. Conway now up for Bailey. Here comes Ryan Bailey. Gets this puck knocked off his stick. Still with possession. Bailey in the slot. Puts on a beautiful move. Shot just far wide. And Truman Haugen can't reach it before it exits the zone.
Great play there by Bailey. I mean, that shot had some mustard on it. Just couldn't quite find the net. But a great penalty kill by this Georgia Ice Dawgs team. I kind of forgot they were on the kill at one point.
Yeah, Ryan Bailey really loves those far side shots. He finds his mark and lets it rip. Parente now with the puck. To the left of Johnson. Plays it up to the high slot for Bill Martin. Across the ice for Bailey. Bailey in front for Conway. Pad save. Johnson. The Longhorns try to get it out, and they will. 1-on-1. Here comes Furton on Haugen. Furton cuts wide, and he will not get around Truman Haugen. Conway now up to Haugen. Haugen down the right side of the ice. He'll get around his defender. Tries to pass it to Conway. Gets blocked. Haugen now battling deep. Bailey was going for a change, or the puck would have ended up on his stick. Silverstein now with the puck for the Longhorns down the right side. Silverstein cuts across. Backhand. Blockers save Haugen. Silverstein still with the puck now. Hits Parente in the skate, and Silverstein will find it. Silverstein shot. Save Haugen with a man in front looking for a rebound.
Great plays there by Silverstein overall. Some extra whistles. Look at a little bit of extracurriculars between Haugen and number 16, Trevor Coffin. This game's going a little chippy. We got 6:33 left. Let's see if Georgia can survive. Oh, we're going to get the ice crew on now.
So it's been a very good contest tonight between the Ice Dawgs and the Longhorns. Although I do say if the Ice Dawgs were playing like this the way they played, or if the Ice Dawgs are playing like this when they played Michigan State, I would say they would have lost. They played great hockey this past weekend, and I haven't seen the same level of fire that they did against Michigan State.
I will say, when you're playing a program like Michigan State, a school that is like a state in general, you look at that northern Minnesota, Michigan, those kind of states who are known for their hockey play, you kind of got to fire it up a little bit more, and Georgia accepted the challenge. You're looking at a more southern battle here, where they feel like they can be a little more laid back.
I agree. That's likely why we've seen more of this fourth line tonight. Coach Camp wants to get everyone in the lineup going. And as we've gotten later in this game, I'm going to have to say I have seen less of the fourth line. I feel like Coach Camp thought it was too close for comfort, that 1-0 lead.
Also switching it up when Kerrigan went down. Definitely made it where Camp had to play his higher role players a little bit more.
Yeah, as we do not know what happened to Charlie Kerrigan. He came out at the start of this third period, was on the ice, and left before the period started. So, again, we will keep you updated if he does come back. Zachary Knoll diving after the puck in the offensive zone. Can't find it, but Jordan Sirota does. He's looking for a tip in front for Moore. Gets blocked in front. Out come the Longhorns. Charlie Drage now will pass it up to Owen Just. Just back to Drage. Drage looking for a man that was cutting to the left, and there was no one there. The Dogs now. Watson up for Moore. Here comes Evan Moore. Puts a move on his defender. He will make the move, and lose the puck in the corner. Silverstein now out, and it will go all the way down the ice for no icing. Larson off a few sticks and will be regrouped there by the defender Robbins. Robbins across for Pierre. Here he comes. It's long been Texas' best player tonight besides Owen Just. Furton now was looking in front for Morris. Can't find him. Out come the Dogs. Here comes Dylan Punzenberger with speed. Dylan Punzenberger to the net. He shoots. He scores! Dylan Punzenberger put on a beautiful move. Forehand, backhand, and right under the stick of Casey Johnson.
I mean, beautiful play there by Punzenberger. Just skates down the far side boards, cuts inside, hits a little Franz Nielsen forehand, backhand, tucks it in the back of the net. That's the hockey we like to see.
And the Dogs will take a 3-0 lead here with 5 minutes left in this third period. Been waiting for Punzenberger to do something like that all year, and we finally have witnessed it. Tyler Stewart now playing it behind the net for his deep partner, Warmath. Warmath puts a spin move on his man, loses possession. Sirota there to help support, and Steve will pick it up. Sirota up for Watson. Punzenberger. Punzenberger was looking for Drake Green. Pass is out of his reach. And the Longhorns will clear it straight to the stick of Tyler Stewart, who flings it up the boards. Bad play. The Longhorns will take advantage as the puck gets stuck on the ice. Dante Pierre, who's had a great game, lost it in the top of the circle. Texas starting to get a little frustrated now, throwing some bodies. And here come the Dogs on a 2-on-1 once again. Sirota shot just wide. Warmath keeps it in the zone. He'll throw it on net, and Johnson will cover up.
I'm telling you, Johnson has special powers when it comes to Jordan Sirota. Really trying his hardest to not let that kid score.
All right, 4:26 left in this third period. We have hoped you've enjoyed the broadcast so far tonight.
I will say, it's been a nice Ice Dog debut for me. I know I've been on a couple intermission reports, but being on the color for the first time, it's a real treat.
That it is. That it is. The referees are discussing by the scorekeeper as we will pause for a few seconds. And I'm not going to say Casey Johnson has had a bad game, but Casey Johnson's had a really good night tonight. I mean, he's showed his stat line is just incorrect. When you look at his stat line at the 2.18 goals against average, 39 saves on the season, but a .78 save percentage, that just does not accurately reflect how well he has played. Isaac Haugen on the other end, a senior from Excelsior, Minnesota, standing at 6'3", 161, has allowed nothing tonight so far, with a whopping 22 shots on net. And I know you viewers at home are hoping that I don't say the word we're all thinking of, so I will not.
Now we're going to keep that to ourselves. Let's just see how the rest of this game goes.
As everyone knows, that is a curse if you've played hockey. So again, I want to look ahead to the Dogs' future schedule. We got the Longhorns one more time on Sunday at 1 p.m. We go to Charlotte, play Virginia Tech November 21st up at Truist Park, or Truist Field. It's one of the two.
I think Park is the Braves, Field is where they're playing.
So they will play them. That will be their last game of the year until January, when they will return back to Akins Ford Arena.
I'm not quite sure what they're discussing right now. You know, they got 4:26 left in a 3-0 game.
And as the fans say, let's just play hockey.
Let the boys play.
That is a great idea. So UGA was supposed to head up to Tennessee to play, I believe, the University of Tennessee in early January. But as of now, their schedule is empty in early January. So right now their next opponent would be January 23rd against Niagara.
That's a legit program.
When they come to town for a 3-game series on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
I believe Niagara's either first or second in all the ACHA. Those will be some rough games.
I mean, UGA, they did just split a series with the number 5 program in their conference in Michigan State over in that Central Division. And that is a program that you split a season series with Michigan State in a shootout and in overtime. That is something to be extremely proud of.
Oh my God, this Ice Dawgs team has to be extremely proud of how their season's going so far. I'm a freshman, I'm a newcomer to this program, but I have to assume that this is one of the better years in this program's history.
Oh, absolutely. We haven't seen an Ice Dawgs team this good for about 2 years. Back when they won the tournament, and I believe the year was 2024 maybe. Excuse me if I got that fact incorrect.
Johnson said, let me go over to the bench. If we're going to take this long, let me just at least talk to my boys, not be stranded over there.
So once again, we are trying to keep y'all entertained, but we are just having a rough time right now.
I mean, I'm really not sure what's going on right now.
If we had someone down there, we would know.
Yeah, between the boards.
Between the boards.
Let us know in the chat if you think it'd be a good idea to get someone between the boards. There's a little idea I came up with a couple games ago. I think it'd be something cool. You know, if we could get some money for a camera, get some guys down there, I think it'd be real cool.
So, again, UGA played Michigan State recently, and they showcased that they are a really good team. Back when they just were getting started on that 5-game road trip, when they went to UNC, NC State, or South Carolina, NC State, and then up to Michigan for 2 games against the Golden Gophers. When they lost those 2 games to Minnesota, I feel like Coach Camp wanted that to give the team an opportunity to get into synergy, find those right line pairings, and develop his team into a team that he knows can dominate the Southeastern Division, which they have done.
Those Golden Gophers are no joke. The Minnesota program is great. And once again, splitting that Michigan State series is something you should hold near and dear to your heart. That's a great accomplishment for this Georgia team. Something a hockey team in the South doesn't do often.
And conveniently enough, those Golden Gophers are now ranked under the Michigan State Spartans that we just beat.
So, I mean, if you want to talk about development, that's proof right there.
All right, finally back into play here now. Texas with the puck in the zone, in their offensive zone. Pressured there by Truman Haugen. Behind the net there is Silberstein. Up the wall for Drage. Up to the point. Back down for Just. Shot. Across the ice shot. And they score. That's Charlie Drage. Throws one top right over Isaac Haugen's shoulder. And the Longhorns will convert on what is a power play.
I mean, that's a great goal there by Texas. You know, you go cross ice, Haugen can't quite get there fast enough, and Drage just takes full advantage of it. A beautiful shot right into the upper part of the net.
The Longhorns.
It's a 2-goal game now, 3:39. I'm surprised they're putting Johnson back in the net.
The Longhorns did have their goalie pulled on that power play, so it was a 6-on-4. UJ can't cover every single man on the ice, and that was just a beautiful tic-tac-toe play by the Longhorns.
You see Johnson standing pretty deep out of the net. They win this faceoff. He's going right back to the bench.
That would be the assumption. They are still down 2 goals, and again, I apologize if I had accidentally cursed Isaac Haugen's shutout. Shouldn't have mentioned anything, but you know, mistakes are mistakes. First line out here for the Ice Dawgs. Conway, Bailey, Parente. Faceoff is won by the Longhorns. And there goes Johnson back to the bench. Longhorns now behind the net. Up for Wolf. Wolf back down low for Silberstein. Silberstein to the corner for Drage. Drage across for Just. Can't get there. Believe me, we can't figure out what's going on with the refs either. Just. Shot blocked in front. Silberstein now. Shot way wide. Came off his stick awkwardly. Conway now up for Bailey. Bailey up the right side of the ice. Going for the empty net. He shoots. He scores. Ryan Bailey will put an icer on this game as the Dogs take a 4-1 lead.
I mean, not much to analyze on that one. Had quite the open net. Took a shot, and it went in.
Do appreciate that update as Minnesota is number 4, Michigan State is number 6. Ryan Miller with the puck up to Spencer Watson. Watson across for Graham Baird. Baird over for Miller. Miller up the ice for Knoll. Knoll trying to chip it some more. Won't get there. Bounces off the boards awkwardly, and here comes Zach Knoll. Zach Knoll through 2 defenders. Shot, save, Johnson. Rebound, they score! Evan Moore on another rebound goal by the Ice Dawgs to take a 5-1 lead.
I mean, we've been talking about rebounds all night. There's another example of it. Shot comes in from the near side, gets deflected to the far side. Right there is Moore waiting, just tucks it in easy. We got the student section still rowdy. All 4 of them that are left. You know, we love the fans that are committed to staying the whole game. Seems like they're enjoying their beverages. It's a Friday night in Athens.
Friday nights in Athens are some of the best. Puck way across the ice. That's a glove save by Jesse Reinhardt, who is the backup goalie tonight.
What a windmill there by Reinhardt.
He will likely get the start on Sunday.
He had the start in their most recent win against Texas A&M. They went up 4-0 in the second period. A&M puts 2 up, but they still won by 2. So he's definitely a force to be reckoned with, standing all 6'4".
All right, and here comes Spencer Watson. Tries to put a move on his defender. He'll keep the puck in front off a few skates. Johnson lost the puck for a minute, but the puck is found at the point by Ryan Miller. Played there behind by Zhang. Zhang up to the point, but not out by Baird, whose shot gets blocked in front by Lou. Knoll puts a few men on skates, on ankles, and what was supposed to be chipped out there by Zhang was taken away by Spencer Watson. Graham Baird now behind the net for Miller. Gets shoved off the puck by London. No call.
This third period is the Bulldogs we know. Or the Ice Dawgs, rather.
Yeah, this last 5 minutes has really just shown who they are.
You know, you don't turn it off when you come to the end. That's where you dig the deepest, and you really just fight more. And a 5-1 score is proof of that.
That is correct. Lou now behind the net for his D partner in Debrinchnu. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Here comes Nate Haley. Nate Haley, a shot over the net of Johnson. As Warmath will regroup it now and send it up to Ryan Miller. Ryan Miller will dump it on net, saved by Johnson. And Wyatt McAvoy will be the first one to get there. And out come the Longhorns. Dumped in there by Charlie Haggerty. The Longhorns play behind the net. Taken there by Dylan Warmath. Warmath now. Up to McAvoy. McAvoy across for Stewart. Stewart. Fans on his shot. Almost falls down.
A little bit of Charlie Brown action right there.
Little Thanksgiving football clip. As the Dogs will ice it.
Thanksgiving football. Thanksgiving coming up. You heading home?
I wouldn't head home just yet. 18 seconds left. You never know.
4 goals, 18 seconds. You know?
It's happened before.
It's not impossible.
It is not. Fourth line out here for the Dogs. Ing, Punzenberger, and McAvoy. And out comes Brandon Ing. Ing up to McAvoy. McAvoy drops it for Ing. Ing, quick shot. Deflected and wide. McAvoy now at the puck. 5 seconds remaining. Warmath now into the shot. He'll shoot it far side and over the net. And the Dogs will win by a score of 5-0. So again, your UGA Ice Dawgs will win by a score of a 5-1, against the Texas Longhorns.
Let's just hope tomorrow goes the same way.
5-1 in a football game?
No. But, 35-7, no one's complaining. Except if you're a Longhorns fan.
So again, we thank you for joining us on the UGA Ice Dawgs broadcast. As the UGA Ice Dawgs will win against the Texas Longhorns by a score of 5-1. And we will see you on Sunday at 1 p.m. For Ryan Baxter, I'm Ryan Canning. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you later.
Go Dogs.